receiver.
With a 2nd and 2.
I used that pause, so.
Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
You got who?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Gotcha.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Sexton. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Cook up the gut. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film,
all right, look, Kylo, we're going to miss you, bro.
5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Watson on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Forced out to his left. He'll dump this off to Cook.
You guys on the field too. It's on the
to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be disgusting because this is the fear of all
JJ wanted it.
Run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts. But give him
JJ gave all that shit up to me to go up to 1. To go up to 2. To then trade back 5 and not get nearly
the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Okay. No.
They'll come up now and long after the hold.
Yeah, he said it's 6 quarterbacks and only 3 of them should be taken by the time he picks. That's his rationale. Nah, it's a bunch of.
Sexton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off by
No, it's like. How many of them got ability? There's 2 X Factors, 2 X Factors, 2 superstars. One of the superstars is trash, though.
For the entire season.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception.
Nah, the highest rated one is
quick hitter here, it's complete.
Is a star.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
But you said you ain't doing nothing that ain't got ability. Gotcha.
You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary
whatever.
target.
I got my X factor.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
You got one from him?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Oh, I'm talking about I traded for one from JJ.
40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Oh, no. I mean, like, I got a corner out of my trade.
Powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s,
Detroit might have scared him, though. To keep it a bang. Saying he was going to trade him home.
Touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
QB killer. I wish he would trade him. It wouldn't be nothing but put a nigga that I hate to see in the hands of somebody who I don't give a fuck. It would be just like really taking that big wide receiver.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled.
He told inmate he wanted 7, and you know, inmate got a couple of kicks. And inmate didn't want to do that. If it was me, yeah, they would have been gone. Thank you, give me Pat.
At the halfway point of the season.
And you can have that captain.
They can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try
everybody ain't know.
Because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out a port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Come on, your head with the loading time.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
On a fake spike?
And he wisely to throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Off play action. Sexton out to his left. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
Deal.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Throwing on 3rd and long. Sexton. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one.
And he told me that I wasn't offering it.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
It's going to be a fair trade or a robbery. One of them.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
But that's why I don't try to, that's why I don't like do big trades often.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Yeah,
it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Faking the give. Now Watson. Being chased out left.
Good job.
He was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Browns sit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Watson off play action. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
My nigga, what you finna do at Wonder, sir?
Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Hello?
Cleveland. From 4 yards out. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
We in the check.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you
If
kind of
he
feel
want to
like they're
know,
in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
God bless you,
the way
man.
this offense hasn't been able to generate anything,
God
you feel
bless
like they
you.
probably need to get something going on this drive,
I
right?
do.
Yeah, and sometimes
That was gonna be my pick at
this is
2,
an important
and he
possession.
would have been gone.
But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a
I
few
thought you
teams
was
in the
gonna have
history
number 2
ever
too.
come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the
Well,
space
look how
and let the
God be
linebackers
working.
run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
No, he nice. Excuse me. I shouldn't say he not nice. He nice, but
And
he the
he's going to
same
have a
player as
Saints
Corey and
first
Bennett.
down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going.
I traded
Sometimes you do
for
like basketball
him.
teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring
Yeah.
people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch.
It might be close to the same because I think he had a boot, and then it was like an 80. He had 86 with the boot.
And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Second
That
quarter
makes me
action with
happy.
1:59 remaining.
And then what you trying to do? You got 7 too, right, Destroy? No, I'm saying you got the number 7 pick.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Okay, there we go.
Sexton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
He rifles one that's intercepted.
We got drafted the same time as DK.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far. So
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I just thought about something.
now they have an opportunity.
Ross having a pretty good little offseason after our team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they
If you
wanted to
gave
on
Ross
that play,
the
it actually illustrates how well they
for the
followed the run
first,
throughout the game
you
because
got
that
Cal
was the longest
Hamilton
run
for
of this
the
contest.
To throw on 2nd
you
down.
traded
Sexton.
whatever dude name was
Over the
to
middle,
Mike
and
Ross.
it's
Atlanta.
incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly
And then Bills
organized
just
and
traded
playing
him Cal
off of each
Hamilton.
other because the rush is providing pressure
Yeah,
and the
having a
coverage is
pretty
forcing
good
incompletions
offseason after
and
our team.
capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
I like it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sexton. The pass caught by Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage,
Damn, I could.
even if he has an elite
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
He had a
turnover
he
there
had a
as his
little
guys will get the football back. Always is costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, I'm going to keep it.
Catch of the game
if I still had that pick, and the score would have took Eddie, I would have taken the tight end, too.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield. And down to the 47. 92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They run again on first down.
No, dude is dangerous.
Gain last play. This time they say, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. They'll run with Chubb. Running right, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing on first down. Sexton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's hauled in by Hardy. 9 yards, not quite enough.
I'm the illest nigga doing it.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver.
Over
that
the
makes
guard.
things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun, Sexton. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I got a pocket full of
sunshine. Just got a
sunshine.
feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Second down, here's Chubb again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
2nd and 8. Chubb on the counter. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Off of play action, it's Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're not, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I said I'm probably going to need y'all to tell me what's going on in the draft.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And Chubb will try the middle here.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Chubb. Down at the 25. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on a read option. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
If I can get a first, we can down early.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Come on, dog.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
And they take a knee. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. Now leaving with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. Now Watson going to sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score Might not do a lot of cosmetic
Yeah,
good on the
because
scoreboard, partner,
you got
because
more than one
it's just
advantage
about
before
looking
the
forward at
drive.
this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you
750
get back to
or
practice in the next couple of
857.
days.
An incomplete pass on
Using that
first
fucking
down.
off.
That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Sexton under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Don't be wrong.
Set.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room.
No, I'll worry about this shit later. Did we get the fucking X Factor? Okay.